All the times that you made me feel small. I fell in love, now I feel nothing at all. Never felt so low when I was alone. Was I a fool to let you break down my walls? Cause if you like the way you look at me,
As soon as they start logging in, I asked her to have them let me know if they can hear and stuff. But
Where is the mic?
I don't know. I don't think, like, usually the speakers are set.
She usually has been holding a mic, hasn't she?
Is that a mic that they on the floor?
You might need to try so hard.
No, ma'am.
Downloaded it.
Maybe ask her, do I need a mic?
Yeah, once you start talking, and I can move it closer if I need to.
Okay.
With the way the sun is right now, they're gonna have a really hard time seeing, so you might want to move it over onto one of the on one of the tables anyway. Just go glare.
I need to move.
No, ma'am, you're fine.
Okay. I've been wondering, like, I've spent the week going, wait, why am I doing this by myself? And what world is this fair? So, guinea pigs, all of you, sorry. But the good news is, the great news is that I like to talk and I like to teach, so it'll work out. Okay. If you can hear me, Google World, you need to let Jasmine know with a thumbs up. Or raise your hand or whatever it is that you had to do. Okay. So don't raise your real hand. Raise your virtual hand. Okay, so we're going to get started tonight with you are honoring the Mary Kay dress code. You were here by 6:15. Jump to your feet. Yay! All right. Everybody is pinless. Oh, Nessie alone has a pin. Okay. Now, the next thing. Just kidding. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to ask is, who turned in their weekly accomplishment sheet? Okay.
This is me sitting.
So Jasmine, tell us, why is it important to turn in a weekly accomplishment? Why do we want you to turn it in? Is it because we like to see you write?
Because tracking numbers is growing numbers or something like that?
Very good, Jasmine. Okay, Jasmine, you're going to get the prize just because you at least knew the answer. Okay, so here's your prizes this week. She is the prize for the on-time winner. And the reason for that is no key to the prize closet. So this can be cashed in next week. Okay, next week, bring the sucker in. And I'm going to let you choose your prize since you didn't get it tonight. So there you go. All right, now, next thing. Let's see who worked their business. If you sold anything at all this week, even a cream puff from like Dunkin' Donuts, no, I'm just kidding, it has to be Mary Kay. If you sold any Mary Kay item, a brush, whatever, stand to your feet. All right. Awesome. Okay. If you sold more than $100, remain standing. Come to the front, madam. All right, Erica. Come over, sashay over, and please tell us what you sold and what you did to sell it.
At the Mossy Head party last Thursday, I had two girls come and I had kind of an iffy if they were going to get it, but she bought the Time Wise Miracle set, and then on top of that, I got her into the CC.
All right. And she is our sales winner. Fabulous prize on a pink paper plate. I could have just gotten a white one, but
I mean, it's pink. I like pink.
I mean, I'm classy. All right, so this is the good thing about you're the richest woman in the room, one, and you have residual income coming from that because all of those products that you sold, they're going to run out of them in 3 to 4 months. So awesome. All right. Give Erica a round of applause. Fantastic. Okay, and now I'm going to do it a little bit differently because we're talking about sharing our business opportunity, right? Well, sometimes there's a lot of layering effect that goes on. You talk to somebody more than one time, right? You talk to them 4 times, or you talk to them 2 times, and then a month later they call and say, so tell me again some details. So the first thing I want to know is not just if you had any new recruits, but I want to know if you had a share call by yourself or with your director, jump to your feet. If you had any share call at all, all right? Well, that's going to pretty much tell me that did you have a recruit from your share call?
No, not yet.
Not yet?
Interested, but not like jumping over.
Okay, but you talked to her yourself or your director and
Talk to her myself.
you talked to yourself. Okay, awesome. Okay. So I think that that's a win because it's working your business. You can't, and this is the thing, you can't answer and you can't make somebody do what you want them to do, right? All you can do is present the business opportunity. And sometimes the answer is going to be yes, and sometimes it's going to be no, but your job is to present it as much as possible. So if you're not presenting it at all, the answer is always going to be no, right? Because there's 7 people in the room. 6 people didn't present it at all, so that's a definite 6 no's. So she had a 50-50 shot at having a yes or a no, and she's probably doing the layering thing. So later on, she's going to have more questions. So that's awesome. Okay, good job, Jasmine. And you'll get to pick your prize next week. Okay, so now we're going to see who is in the room, and I guess there's no guests in the room, so we don't need to introduce the guests and everything. But okay, so let's see, if you are, wait a second, I have to look at this part. This is where I'm still asking. I would be standing up here going, am I that? Okay, if you are a consultant, stand to your feet with 1 or 2 team members. A consultant is 1 or 2 team members. So if you have 1 or 2 team members, stand up.
A consultant or senior?
Yes, a consultant or senior consultant. See, I'm not good at this. Okay, this is the part that I'm iffy on. Okay, so if you're a star team builder, you would have 3 or 4, and that would make you a red jacket. So if you're a red jacket, come on forward, Mary. All right. So Mary is our only red jacket here. The rest of the red jackets are at seminar, I guess. Okay. Okay. So Mary, you're a team leader, right?
Yep, I have 7.
You have 7. So you're at the end of being a team leader.
Almost, yep.
Okay. So 3 to 4 is a star team builder. Team leader is 5 to 7, and then the future director is 8 to 9. And then, I mean, that's just a hop, skip, and a jump from DIQ. And what's your goal?
My goal is director by next seminar.
Director by next seminar. You can do so much quicker than that. So what's your goal?
How about director by leadership?
Okay.
I'm thinking I can go fast and get going and.
You can totally do director by leadership. Absolutely. All right. All right. Good job. Okay. So if our guests come in, we'll try to redirect. But for right now, it's just going to be us gals, and we're going to be talking about how to be prepared for a class. Because you can't just walk out the door and do a class, right? So, is this a guess? No. Yay. Okay. So, having a class, okay, let's say your class is Saturday morning. Your class is going to start much earlier than Saturday morning in terms of preparation, right? Okay, so I was going to just show you tonight some things that I do just because what I found was, let's just be real for a minute. how many of you are still get stressed out when it's time for you to teach a skincare class? Okay, so I'm gonna be real and say, it took me getting to DIQ before I stopped being nervous about doing a skincare class. And I finally figured out, because I don't have trouble talking in front of people. Can they hear me okay?
Yeah, I checked it on.
You checked it? Okay. So they don't have trouble hearing me, okay? So I don't have trouble speaking in front of people, and I love the products. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, so what's my problem? Why am I having a problem? Why am I stressed out? And I figured out that my problem was organization. So I took out 90% of my stress by getting just a little organized. And I'm not like a obsessive compulsive organized kind of person, so this was super easy stuff that I do. But I can totally deal with 10% of stress, because I took away 90% by just getting a little bit organized, okay? So the things you're gonna need are, it doesn't have to be a super cute 31 box, but some kind of little container. I highly recommend a label maker, but you could have, you know, tape that you can write on if you don't want to invest in a label maker, okay? And so these are the things that I did when I realized I was totally stressed out because I was not organized. I actually have 2 of these boxes that are all just for skincare classes. Hey, ladies. Okay, so my first thing that I have, because I have the worst memory in the world, and I would just forget things. So the first thing that I did was I made a little bag that carries some of my products for a skincare class. And I wrote on a piece of paper everything that I'm gonna put into a mirror, right? Do y'all pack your mirrors? Do you know what I mean?
I do.
Do
Yeah.
you pre-pack your mirrors? So this is what I mean by that. My mirrors go to a class like this.
Mhm.
I pay my daughter in lipsticks to pack my mirrors for me. And so by writing it out like this, or my mom, she just gets whatever she wants.
Wait a minute.
So I pack everything that I need for each person, just like this, and it has everything that I need. I even wrote a note saying, don't forget to clean the mirror each time, so that I wouldn't have to put thought into it, because anytime I cannot use my brain, it is a good day. So that's what I did to make life a little bit easier for me. So here is my bag, pre-packed. And so the night before, all I'm gonna do is count out how many people I have talked to that are coming and add 4. So if you don't have the 4 mirrors, I would suggest that you invest in more. And the reason I say that is because like the other day I had a party where I was supposed to have 3 people, and she at the last minute said, hey, is it okay if my sister and mother-in-law come? Yes, but I wanted to have, you know, the bags needed to be there ready and everything. So it's a good day when guests pop in at a party, but you want to make sure. So, and this is really frugal and cheesy of me, but I'm just going to be honest and share everything. I even have a little bag that says, this is what I clean my mirrors with, so that I don't get new rags every time. I'm just frugal. I only give one of these cloths at every. You get 1 cloth, you get 1 mascara wand, unless you ask for more, because they're expensive and it's, you know, costing me money. So that's what I do. And then in here I have all of my skincare supplies and anything that I would need, you know, that comes out, I just have it in here. So, all right, do you have any questions about that? I know it's simple and it might sound kind of elementary, but this kind of changed my life because it was just made my life so much easier. So then I packed my bag the night before the party, and I'm going to, like I said, I put 4 more in. You might want to just put 2 in. I put 4 more mirrors in to make sure that I'm going to have extra plenty enough. And then I also put my roll-up bag with everything that I would need for a class. I put the satin hands. And another thing that I did as I started doing more classes was invest in a fragrance-free satin hands. Because I like being able to offer, if somebody has an allergy or doesn't like scents, it's not very often that people choose the fragrance-free, but if you can invest in that for yourself, I think it's a nice option to offer them. And you might want to have a paper clip opened up in case yours gets clogged up. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so those are the things. Those are the things that I'm gonna do. Hello. No, what, we're all jealous because you worked out today and we didn't. Yeah. I mean, I'm speaking for myself. I'm totally jealous. So. All right. You need some water.
Today?
You're doing great. Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Well, if you don't care, if you'll be fine with it, we're going to be letting you be our guinea pig tonight.
All
I'm
right.
actually teaching a class on teaching a class.
Okay.
And so if you would let us be a little guinea pig for us.
Because I'm disgusting? Okay.
No, not at all, because you said you'd come.
And you showed.
And that's right. So we're gonna you're gonna get to kind of your skincare class, and then Erica's gonna get do that part. All right, great. All right, so the number one thing is organization. That's what we just talked about. The number two thing, you need to pre-profile your guests. I know that isn't something that's fun to do, but guys, it's just so super key. If you're having trouble with people not showing up, then I would bet money on the fact that you're not pre-profiling your guests. And I'm not talking about a text saying, hey, are you coming? I'm saying, dial the number, talk to them on the phone. And if you don't talk to them, then leave a text message and say, hey, this is Lori. I'm doing your Mary Kay party tomorrow. I'm so excited about meeting you. And I was wanting to ask you a couple of questions so I can be ready for you tomorrow. And then I don't have people not calling me back. People call me back when I leave a message like that. And then, so I'll leave that message for them. So let's say we're 3 days out. I've sent that. I've talked to her on the phone, pre-profiled her. I've made a connection. And that's important because if they feel like they're going to be missed, you know, they're going to be more apt to come, right? So you've talked to them, but then the day before the party or the day of the party, I'll just send one more text and it'll say, hey, I'm getting your bag ready. I'm getting your goodie bag ready. And I just want to make sure that I want to just know if you'd rather have a gift for your lips or for your eyes. So you can put in samples if that's what you can afford. I put in a little, those little mascaras that we sell, and I put in, you know, those lip glosses that come in like a set of 6. Separate those puppies out, and I'll put a lip gloss in there. So you can do things like that. I put my business card in there. I already have those goodie bags ready. I'll have a lip one and eye ones ready. They're already made up. Paid my daughter in a lip gloss for that too. And so I just grabbed whichever ones they wanted. And then I'm gonna have her name on the bag. You can buy at my girlfriend's house these little cute bags that are about this tall. I don't think I have one with me. They're about this tall, and then they have this little card that goes over the top, and you can put their name on it. So they can know where to sit. They're gonna go in there, know exactly where to sit, because you pre-profiled them. You know that they have dry skin, and you're gonna put them at the seat, you know, at a seat with that. I'm looking to make sure I don't have it. You're gonna put them at the seat with that formula of time-wise, and you're gonna know where they're gonna sit because their name is gonna be there. And also, how awesome does it feel to come and see that your name is in place and you were expected, right? Just a little touch, but it's not very expensive. mygirlfriendshouse.com, I think. All right, and if you're going to seminar, or if you know somebody that's going to seminar, My Girlfriend's House is coming to seminar, and they will have a vendor booth, and you might like flutter your eyelashes at your girlfriend if you're not going, and just say, oh, that's for you a tenner. Would you get me some or whatever?
She's not actually your girlfriend. It's the name of the company.
Yes.
Yeah.
My Girlfriend's House.
Like,
I don't know My Girlfriend's House.
Yeah.
mygirlfriendshouse.com.
We're
Yeah.
good. Okay, make sure you do that whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be happy to get anybody. If y'all wanna tell me what you want, I can pick those up. Like the bags are about this big and it fits. It's just perfect for a business card, or I put like either a mascara club card or I have a card that has like for every time you fill up a card you get 25% off or whatever. Those kinds of things. I put candy in it and I put their gift in it. And it's super cute. cellophane, colorful, but they can see through the bag, they see what they're getting, and then I staple their little name tag on the front. And I think the name tag says the beautiful or something like that, so. All right, so the next, okay, so we've organized ourselves, we pre-profiled, now we're gonna coach our hostess. And actually, the coaching of a hostess is kind of something that's gonna be going on all along from the time you give her the hostess sheet and she signs up to do it, you know, all the way through to when you go to the party. But coaching a hostess is super important because if you think about it, she has no idea what you're planning to do. So it would be so nice to kind of have an idea if you just tell her, okay, all I need really is a kitchen table. Do you have a spot for 4 of us to sit around the table? You know, make sure she has a spot. Like one time I was gonna do a party at a girl's house and she didn't have a kitchen table. She had no table. So what are we gonna do? Put it in our laps? So I needed to bring a table for that. And I have a table that I could bring for that. But I mean, that was important information. I really needed to know that, or otherwise my guest would have been sitting with the thing in their lap or whatever. So make sure she has a table. And then, you know, I really think keeping like snacks to a very minimum is super important. Some women will want to go all out, but I just like to say, if you want to go to the store and put them on a plate or leave them in the bag, whatever you want to do, and just serve ice water, that is perfectly fine. I did a party last week that she just served ice water. She didn't have anything else. And you know what? It was so perfectly fine. They were all just fine with that. So I think kind of the snack thing is overrated. And sometimes the snacks can get in the way. And so I think if they do have snacks, it's a good thing. I think we've talked about that before, but it's good to say, you're gonna get to have the yummy snacks after we get through with our facials, but let's do this, you know, just let them have a drink, but don't have the snacks right now, or it just kind of gets in the way and takes longer to do that, so. Okay, so the night before, you're gonna, like I say, get all your stuff. You're gonna have all your bags, you're gonna have your satin hands, you're gonna have your book that you work out of, and make sure you have the right book. I have gone without the right book. Winging it is super fun, but I don't recommend it. And then make sure it's all packed up and put it by the front door so that you're able to get ready and walk out the door and be, you know, relaxed. And also make sure your beauty coat is pristine. You know, make sure it's, if you need to run it through the dryer just to get the wrinkles out or whatever, just make sure your beauty coat's ready to go. If you don't have a beauty coat, fantastic investment. It really is. And you can wear a tank top and leggings under it, and you feel like $1,000,000 and you look like a professional cosmetic person, right? But you feel really comfortable. So, all right, that was 4. Number 5, people have different ideas about this. I like to be in the person's house 30 minutes before the party starts. 30 minutes gives me time to kind of get a feel of where I'm going, to go ahead and set up, and to visit with her some, you know, just to have casual small talk. If I'm going in there at 15 till before the party starts, then I'm going to be squirting and stressing while the guests are coming in and sweating. And those are things that I don't want to squirt, stress, or sweat while guests are entering the home. When the guests are entering the home, what I want to do is walk up, make eye contact. Oh, you're Tiffany. It's so great to see you. I blah, blah, blah. Talk about, you know, I want to be able to establish that connection. So make sure that you get there 30 minutes before so you can go ahead and set up. And that way you're casually greeting guests when they come in and making them feel welcome and not making them feel stressed. They pick up on that, you know, they pick up on your vibe. So do you feel stressed? Do you think we're stressed today? Do you
Right
feel,
now?
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, I'm not.
She's been a CrossFit. She's
I had my workout.
fine. All right.
Air conditioned room.
All right. Good. All right.
I need some help up in here.
We got all different kinds in the room. Some of us like makeup. Some of us just like the skincare. Some of us just, you know, we got it all going on. So. All right. And then the last thing I would say, or next to last thing. Okay, so find out what works for you and just really stick to it. And this is what's killed me in the past, is because I'm just like this kind of person that is always, I'm kind of a fixer. And so, and I like to try new things, and I like, oh, well, if that works, then maybe I should do that. It has killed me. It killed me going through as a consultant through, trying to learn my way around. Because somebody would say, I would have like, okay, I think this is it. And then somebody would say a different way to do a party or whatever. And then I'd go, oh, I should change everything. Find something that works for you. Find what's comfortable for you and just do it. And this is what I thought about this. I would just say for 6 months to a year, don't think about it again. Just do it. And after maybe a year, if you want to start tweaking and start changing some things and just kind of changing things a little bit here and there, you're going to be so much more comfortable. But this is what happens, and I know this from experience. When you don't feel like you're comfortable with your party because maybe you should change this or maybe you should change that, what happens?
Throws you off.
It throws you off, and then you get nervous, and then you just don't book the parties, right?
They
I
know
mean,
it.
Yeah.
They know you're nervous.
Right. So I found myself just like for a period of time, just not wanting to have parties. I kind of got paralyzed because I was like, well, there's so many options. I don't know which option to do. So I wasn't doing anything. Find something and do it. It doesn't have to be the very best skincare class in the world. I promise you they're going to have fun. You're putting amazing products on them, and that's what's selling it. So all you have to do is know what you're talking about and show them that you care, and then put it on, right? So this is not have to be rocket science. We can make it rocket science, but give yourself a time just to make it simple. What is it, the KISS? Keep it simple, sweetheart.
I was seeing the other one.
No,
the other one.
not the Mary Kay way. Okay, and then this is my last hint, number 7. And I know you've heard this before. Memorize your opener, memorize your closer. You got to nail it. Because that is where they're going to be paying attention to you the most. I mean, you can read off your script the whole rest of the time, but you need to have your opener and your closer memorized, and it needs to be good. Okay? It needs to be good what you're doing. So, tell me your name. Hey, Leslie. I'm Lauren. Nice to meet you. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're all going to pay attention. We're just going to stare at Leslie. Everybody's staring at me. I can tell you can take it. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to be like y'all are all people that are in the class. She doesn't care. I can tell her. So y'all are all going to be people that are in the class. Don't stare at Leslie. Everybody stop looking at Leslie. Y'all are going to be like you're in the class. But Leslie's actually going to be participating in the skincare part, and you're going to do the squirts. And so did you find out all that stuff you already pre-profiled? Erica. Already did the pre-profile. Fantastic. Okay. So now we're going to do the party. And so I'm going to talk about the party. I'll do just a little bit about what my party looks like, and then I will stop and I'll tell you about some of the games that you can play. Making sure that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm still checking to make sure that I read the notes right. Okay. Here it is. I am tagging. All right, good. All right, so welcome and thank you so much for taking time out of your busy evening. I know everybody has so much to do, but thank you so much. It means so much to me that you said you were come and that you came. You're women of your word and you came. So I appreciate it so much that you came to Erica's skincare class. And we are going to have so much fun tonight because what I'm going to get to tell you about is the #1 brand of skincare in America. And I'm super excited about it because I've been using it for over a year now, and my skin is like night and day different. So since that happened, I have been like on a mission. I want to tell people about how great this company is and how great these products are and get other people the opportunity to know what I wish I'd known when I was 20, because then I wouldn't be 46 and fighting the things that I'm fighting. So this is me helping you. You can thank me later. Okay, so you may love what you're currently wearing, and that is fantastic. But what I'd love tonight is if you would just try this tonight and give me your honest opinion. Just let me hear what you think about our products and about what you like about it, maybe what you don't like about it, that's fine. It won't hurt my feelings because I didn't personally make them, but I would love to hear what you think. And I'd love to tell you a little bit about what you might not know about Mary Kay, because it's really some fascinating things that I didn't know either. So I take it as a huge compliment that Erica wanted me to come over and introduce me to her friends. And so I have a gift for Erica. Here's your gift. Use your imagination. It's large. Okay, so at that point, what I would give Erica is not something large, actually. It's going to be small because Erica is getting $100 or $200 worth of free makeup, right? So I'm going to give her a little, like maybe a lip balm, cutely wrapped, something like that. Not the plain lip balm, but like a cute lip balm. The
At Play products.
Thank you. The Mary Kay at Play product, something cute like that. Cutely wrapped. Okay. So just because Erica was kind enough to have me here and to introduce me to her friends, she is going to get, and I'm going to tell you, I kind of go back and forth. If I feel like a hostess is really reluctant, we're going to get to know super secrets tonight. If I feel like a hostess is super, is kind of reluctant, I'll say 200 in free products. So you might not can afford that, and that is perfectly fine. Stick with 100. But I'm just going to tell you, sometimes it just depends for me. Right now, I am at a place like around a time when I got into a slump and I was having less parties. I was doing 200 to try to get more people to want to party with me. But now I'm not having that issue, so I'm going back to 100. So you just got to find, again, a hostess plan that works for you and stick with it. Am I talking too fast? Okay, great. All right. So
Where's the extra 100 come from for you?
good question. Okay, so the extra 100 comes from outside sales. So you're going to get her to get 200 in outside sales instead of 100. And so that's where you're going to give her an extra 100 for getting an extra 100 in outside sales. So it sort of washes out. However, you get new customers. You see that? So even though you're giving her that extra, you're going to get the customers too. So, and depending on what they buy, I mean, they may or may not buy a lot, but usually outside sales will buy like a lipstick or something. But okay, so she is going to get, now some people just do the four, and they do 25, 25, 25, and 25. I like to break it up in 5s because I think it's easier for the hostess, and I just like this better. So this is my hostess plan. So Erica is going to get $20 just for keeping her original date, which she did. Thank you so much, Erica. That helps me with my schedule. And she gets 20 guests, or $20 for having 5 guests that are over the age of 18 and don't have a Mary Kay consultant already. And I see that none of you have a Mary Kay consultant because you told me when I talked to you on the phone. And she gets $20 if you order $200 or more in this party tonight. So that would be another $20 she gets. She'll get $20 for doing $100 in outside sales. And she gets $20 if 2 people or more book off her party. So it's super easy to get free makeup. You can party with me, and that's what Erica's going to get. So she's already got $40 in makeup spend already, and it's just going to keep building for her. So are you excited about that? I can
I wish this was real.
It's just like all over.
I wish this was real.
Okay, so I have 3 goals for you tonight, okay? The first goal is for you to have fun, because honestly, I don't do anything unless it's fun, because life is too short to be bored. My second goal is for you to learn something about your skin. I am a teacher at heart. That's like my thing. I love to teach. I homeschooled my kids for 10 gajillion years. So I love teaching about skin, because I wish so badly that I could go back and have somebody teach me. So it's kind of my mission. And the third is for you to fall in love with these products and with me. So I'm hoping that you will love the products and you will love me so much that you want to become my customer, and that will be fantastic, because then I can keep doing my job. All right, and we're going to split up tonight into 2 parts. The first part is we're going to talk about healthier and younger looking skin. And I know all of you are already young, but one day you're going to wake up and go, holy cow, where did that come from? And it's going to be okay. It won't be the end of the world, but you'll wish that it wasn't there. So if I can talk to you tonight about that and help you kind of in advance fight those off. And the other thing that we're going to talk about is some of the supplements that we have that are fantastic and some of our awesome color products, because that's the fun part about Mary Kay, the makeup. And then I'm going to teach you a little bit about Mary Kay and some things that you might not know and share a little bit about our company, and then we're going to have a raffle. So speaking of raffle, I have these tickets right here. And when I ask you a question, if you answer my question, you'll get a ticket. All right? Because the person at the end of the night with the most tickets is going to win this large array of lipsticks. Okay, so I would have another little really cutely wrapped gift that, or actually what I actually do now, I used to have just one gift, but now what I do is I carry around a little basket that has a bunch of gifts wrapped in the same paper I was telling you about, so they can see through it and they get to pick their own gifts. So I say, you get to go to the treasure bag and you get to pick your gifts. So that's what I'm doing now.
That's cool.
All right. Now this is where I stopped with my opener, and now I'm on to the part where I'm going to be just pretty much reading what I'm saying. Although eventually you're going to get to where you know it already, but go ahead and hold it and look like you're looking at it, because what? You want to be what?
Reproducible.
Thank you. Yeah, duplicatable.
Yes. I was like, what was the word that we used?
That's right. You want to be duplicatable, because what you're trying to do besides sell makeup is sell this opportunity. And if it looks super hard, like you're standing up there and you've got all this going on, you know, they're going to be like, heck, I could never do that. But if you're standing, on the other hand, you don't want to go, over 50 years in business, Mary Kay has been, you got to find a nice balance, right? So our company has been in business for 53 years now. That is amazing. Think about all the different direct sale companies that are out there. How many have come and gone? How many are brand new? Mary Kay's been 53 years. I have not been alive 53 years. So I'm pretty amazed by that. I know most of y'all haven't been alive that long either. All right. So we are in 37 countries. We sell $3 billion annually, but my favorite part, we're debt free. Since I'm a Dave Ramsey fan, that's a big deal to me. Debt free, awesome. How many companies do you know that's debt free? All right, we are number 2 in brand recognition, right next to Coca-Cola. And we're number 1 in customer loyalty. Number 1 in customer loyalty. I think that's pretty cool. And so for the past 17 years, we have been the best-selling brand of skincare and cosmetics in the country. This is one of my favorite things to know about Mary Kay. So there are 10 companies that are in the top 10 of cutting-edge products and putting money into marketing and development. So Mary Kay clearly is number 1. But did you know that Mary Kay outranks them in terms of the amount they spend for numbers 2 through number 8 altogether? Like if you put the amount that numbers 2 company through number 8 company spends on research and development, it wouldn't equal what Mary Kay spends. That to me is a big deal, because we spend so much money on marketing and development to try to find products that are really going to be amazing. And that's why I'm so impressed with this company. And when they say this product does this, I believe that, because I've seen what they're doing. We were listed by Forbes and Fortune magazine as one of the top 100 companies to work for, and we are the only cosmetic company on that list. We are not a pyramid company. A lot of times people think, oh, it's a pyramid company, I don't want to work for a pyramid company. I can understand why people thought that, because I thought that too. I thought all direct sales companies were pyramid companies. But actually what we are is a dual marketing company. And this dual marketing system that we have is actually taught at Harvard Business School and some other Ivy League schools. So it's a pretty big deal what we're doing. And so basically what it is our company, Mary Kay, puts almost 80% of what they make aside. And so when it gets time to pay commission, they call it a love check. They don't call it commission, but when we get paid, get ready to get our commission, it doesn't come from the people under us. So like, if Anna was on my team, or Nessie is on my team, so when Nessie, when Nessie sells something, I don't make a portion of what Nessie sells, but I get 13% of what Nessie did sell, not from her, but from Mary Kay, from the almost 80% that they put aside on the 15th of the month, they put it into my account. And so it comes from the company as a love check to say, hey, thank you. What are they thanking me for? They're thanking me for doing things like this tonight. They're thanking me for spending time with my consultants to try to help them, train them, do parties for them, kicking off and that kind of thing. So they're just saying, hey, thank you for the training that you're doing. So, and for the time that you're investing. And so that's pretty awesome. There's 3 different percentages. You can get paid 4%, 9%, or 13%, depending on how many people that you have on your team and that kind of thing. So it's pretty awesome. All right. Mary Kay is, the women in Mary Kay have more women that sell over 100, that make over $100,000 a year, and more women millionaires in the world than any other company. I would like to be a woman millionaire, not because I want so many things, but I do like things, but also because how cool would it be to just be able to help somebody that needed something, you know? I mean, all the time, anytime, without thinking about it, without it being a thought. I like that idea. And then my like favorite thing about Mary Kay of all is that we have 2 charitable foundations. One is for domestic violence against women. And so we have put so far $37 million into grants for domestic violence shelters and other ways to help women that have been victims of domestic violence. And then especially close to my heart is that we've spent more than $21 million in cancer research for cancers for women. And that's special to me right now because my sister has lung cancer, or not lung cancer, throat cancer. She has, I don't know what kind of cancer she is. She's just a half sister. I'm kidding. She's not a half sister. I'm totally kidding. Totally kidding. She's my sister and I love her, and she has throat cancer. And it's like, you know, I made that sound like it wasn't close, special to me. Okay, erase that part. Don't put that part. It's special to me because it's like, okay. And let's just stop there for a minute and say this. If you mess up, which I do. So for instance, I'll tell you later how I messed up last week at a party. It was terrible. I wanted so badly to tell him how bad I was doing because it was so funny, but I decided to stay professional. But one time I went with the wrong book. Didn't have my book that I needed to go by, so I just winged it, you know. I mean, I've done enough classes, but I just kind of, that was awkward. I had stayed up till 3 o'clock that morning, rewriting what I wanted to do, and left it on the bed where I had been writing it, so never. All right. Cars. You really can earn a free car with Mary Kay. And the reason I know that is because I'm driving one, and it's right there, it's red. It has Mary Kay emblems as of last night. They finally got here. Super excited about that. And I decided in October of last year that, you know what? I really would like to drive a free car. 1, because free car, and 2, because I think it would be good for my business to be able to say, hey, I mean, you can really do this. For my consultants, to see that if you work, you can do it. It's not really free because actually I worked my Bohunkus off. It's still there, but I did work very hard for that car and I'm still working for it, but it's really cool to drive around something that I'm not having to pay for every month because I'm working my job and I'm not having to do additional work for my car. I'm just doing the work that I said I would do, right? So that's pretty awesome. And there's different kinds of cars you can earn, and we'll talk about that later, but just wanted to show it to you. So tonight, what we're going to be doing, Lindsay, no, that's right, that's not right. Leslie, okay. Leslie, thank you. Okay, so tonight, Leslie, what we're going to be doing, and all of you lovely guests, we're going to be doing our Time-Wise Miracle Set, right? That's what you're using? Okay. So tonight we're going to be using our Time-Wise Miracle Set, and I usually have the products out, but Yes, I really need to hold things. So
You wanna hold it or?
I need to hold them. So tonight what we're gonna be doing is mostly skincare. We're gonna be doing a little bit of color at the end, but the skincare is the meat and potatoes of what we do with Mary Kay. A lot of people say, well, I don't wear makeup, so I don't need to come to the skincare class. That's not really what we're really big all about. It's the skincare that we're all about. So we're gonna be doing the Time Wise Miracle Set, and that makes up these 4 products. I'm just gonna sit them down my little. So the first thing that you're gonna do, okay, I'm sorry, I just keep stopping, I wouldn't normally do this. So I'm gonna tell y'all what I do. This is kind of weird, but I like to have a little bowl of water for them. Because those rags, this is just my way of doing it. Those rags do not help get their face damp enough. So I went to the Dollar Tree and bought some little plastic bowls that match my placemat. And I just have a bowl of water out there for them. So, but you don't have a bowl of water because you're deficit tonight. I'm sorry about that. But you can just get your face damp with your rag. Okay, so what I normally do is just tell them, I just tell them, just kind of get your fingers wet and just kind of dampen your face so that it'll be, a little wet, because it's hard to, have y'all ever tried to put makeup on skincare?
Yes.
It's hard, all right? So that's why I have a little bowl of water, but if you don't want to do that, it's an extra step, so it's up to you. So I tell them to get their face wet and then start talking about the products. And this is where y'all have to be bored because we're doing a real life skincare class, but you're not going to be bored because you're going to be learning somebody else's thing. Okay, Leslie.
Is it all over me?
Yeah, she needs the eye makeup remover.
This is where I fail as a consultant. I left my bag at home.
You didn't have to say that.
This could totally be.
Oh,
No, this is totally your bag.
So she's supposed to give me everything?
You can, I didn't wear waterproof because I knew I'd be taking it off.
There's not.
Well, I'm glad that you said that,
There's
Leslie,
rounds and.
because our oil-free eye makeup remover, before you shake it, it comes in 2 parts. And the top part is actually for waterproof mascara, it removes it easily. And the bottom part is for regular, but you just shake it together before you.
I usually have to wear waterproof everything because I work out. So I.
Yeah.
And you're gonna absolutely
love
love
it.
it all over. Oh, man.
And the cream eye color.
So you're gonna love the oil-free eye makeup remover. It's sensitive, it doesn't burn your eyes. And you can just put it on, and it comes off super, super easy.
It doesn't burn. Did you ever have any issues? Sorry, sidetrack. Whenever you used anything else, did you ever feel like you have that film over your eye, like over your actual eye?
Forever.
Yeah.
Like forever. I hated that. I stopped taking it off. I was just taking mine off with a back rag until I got the Mary Kay. Okay, so let's talk about wrinkles. Super fun subject, right? Okay, so the reason wrinkles form is because we get out in the sun too much, obviously, but also because you might not be using a premium product on your skin. So who can tell me what is not a premium product? You can answer like your people. Oh, Valet! Okay. Well, what I was looking for was soap.
The bar soap.
Soap is not a premium product.
Bar soap.
A bar of soap is not a premium product. And the reason it isn't is because it doesn't provide your face with the moisture it needs. It dries your skin out. And when your skin's dry, that is a perfect opportunity for wrinkles to form. So you don't want to be using soap. I cannot tell you how many times people tell me that they use. What do you use? What are you using for your skin? Soap.
Mm-hmm.
And then I try not to make a face like, so that is not a premium skincare product. And what this is, it's a little bit of investment that people are not always used to making, but thinking about the fact that you wear your face every single day, it seems like a not very big investment, right? I mean, at the bare minimum, you can wash your face with something that's good for it. So this is our 3-in-1 cleanser. So you can get your faces down, and then you're going to just, the very first circle is our Time Wise 3-in-1 cleanser. And it's called a 3-in-1 cleanser for a couple of reasons. The first is because it's going to save you time at the sink, because it has 3 of the 5 things that you need to do every single day to your skin. Who can tell me what the 5 things are? I'll give you a ticket for everybody who knows. Jasmine.
Exfoliate.
Exfoliate is one, that's right. Leslie, can you feel some little beads in there? Okay, so there is a very gentle exfoliator in our TimeWise 3-in-1 cleanser. It's not rough, it's not very harsh on your skin, so you can use it every single day. And so that's what I love about the 3-in-1 cleanser. It has that exfoliant in it. All right, what is another thing that we need to do to our skin every day? We need to moisturize it. Nessie, here's your ticket. Anna, clean it. Okay, so obviously we need to cleanse our face every day. If you ask my 16-year-old that, he would say, every day? Yes, Anthony, every day you need to wash your face. He comes out and like his face is covered in acne, and I'm like, you're not washing your face again, are you? Because he has the Clear Proof. He has it in his shower. Are you washing your face with Clear Proof? Not lately. I said, Anthony, like, I sell Mary Kay. You have to help represent here, okay?
Takes 2 showers a day.
He takes 2 showers a day, but he doesn't wash that part of his body.
How do you miss that?
I don't know. I don't know. I just don't ask any more questions after that. I make him go back in the bathroom and shower and wash his face. Okay. So we've said 4. There's one more. This one's the hardest one.
Tone.
Very good. Y'all are awesome. So nobody ever knows tone, right? Nobody ever knows it. So we tone or freshen our face every day. And the great thing about this product is the toner, the exfoliant, and the cleanser is built into this one product. So it's saving you time in the bathroom. But it's also called TimeWise because it's going to save your face down the road. If you continue to use it on a regular basis, your skin is going to look younger and it's going to save it from aging. So that's kind of the other aspect of the TimeWise. So, okay, how does that feel? All right?
Feels a little bit like a peppermint.
A little bit like a peppermint. Fantastic. Okay, so today, what we're going to do, I've never heard that before. Okay, we're going to,
That sounds nice.
it does sound nice. All right,
Can I watch that?
so I don't know how you guys do. This is where you have to come up with what you want to do, okay? When I say I'm doing a pampering session, I do a pampering session. So I ask them, do you have sensitive skin? If they say no, they don't. I do microdermabrasion all over the whole skin. It takes longer and it's messy. So you got to decide for yourself if that's what you want to do. But if I'm saying I'm going to do a pampering session, doggone it, that's pampering to me. I want them to go home with their face feeling like a baby's buttocks. So that's where I'm at. But my director that I love so much, does it on the chin most of the time, or either the back of the hands. So you want to look at how much time you have, how, those kinds of things. You just got to decide. Would you like to do an all over, or would you like to do the back of your chin?
Do I get to choose?
You get to choose because you're such a game player tonight. This is for a deeper exfoliant. Woman after my own heart. Okay.
Do you see all this,
Okay, so the next thing after the cleanser I'm going to do, and I typically don't have them take the cleanser off just because, whatever. So on top of the cleanser, you can just, is it number 4?
No, I put it as 5 because I put the whole miracle set in the first row.
Okay.
And you've got your microderm.
Okay, so I do the cleanser and then I do the microderm 1 and 2. So you can go ahead and just like you put on the cleanser, you want to just put it on. You don't have to be very rough with it though, Leslie, because it's got it's got very deep crystals and they are aluminum oxide crystals and they are spaced perfectly apart. So they're not going to scratch your skin or anything, but you don't have to be rough about it. And then anytime you're applying anything to your face, you're going to do it up and out. And the reason for this is because gravity is always working against us, right? Mm-hmm. So we want to fight against it whenever we can. So you're going to do up and out circles to do your cleansing and to do your microdermabrasion, your moisturizer, anything that you can fight against. Anytime you can fight against gravity, do it, girls. All right. So this is like the reason I started selling Mary Kay, the microdermabrasion. I came here to get a microdermabrasion treatment. And I was super excited about it because I had paid like $55 in the studio to have, like in a studio of beauty, whatever, to have this done. And so I was super excited because Mary Beth was gonna do it for free because she was learning how to do it. And I was like, yes, sign me up, free microdermabrasion treatment. And so I came here, got that done. They did it on one side. Now that's another option. And it was really effective because I could see the difference when I looked in the mirror in my pore sizes. But again, I mean, I don't feel like that personally is a pampering session.
I give people the option.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you want to see the effects?
Yeah.
I encourage you to do it on half your face, but
Yeah.
if you want the full out pampering session, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna stop you.
Or maybe they can just do it on one side, take it off, look at it, and then do it on the other side. I mean, I just really want them to have the full effect. So, yeah, you can go ahead and wipe that off now. And does she have satin lips?
Right there.
Okay. All right, we'll do that too.
I like to do it.
So if you can't, and this is where I say, if you, tell them how to open up the rag and wipe and fold and wipe and fold. If that doesn't get the crystals off, you're probably gonna wanna go in the bathroom and rinse really quickly because it's hard to apply the rest of the products after if you have a little bit of grainy on it. So just let me know if you need to do that. How's that feel? If you need to go rinse, don't hesitate.
I love that stuff.
I do too.
I really do. And on the rare occasions that my face gets sunburned, I'll use them and it won't peel as much. Yeah, I love that stuff.
Okay, so with the microdermabrasion set, you're gonna use this once to twice a week because there's good news and bad news about your skin. The good news is it's constantly rejuvenating itself, right? Bad news is it's constantly rejuvenating itself. And so if your skin you're taking the dead skin off with the microdermabrasion, then you do it the very next day. There's no dead skin to take off, so you need to have some time in between. And so what I do personally is I go to church, so I use microdermabrasion, I use it in the shower, and I do it on Sundays and I do it on Wednesdays because I want my face to be pure when I go into the house of the Lord. I don't know. I mean, that's just the way I think about it. It's just me. You can do it however you want to do it. If you worship another deity or Satan or whatever, and y'all do it whenever you want to. It's just, I'm just saying, it's personal preference. Don't worship him. So, I have never before said that at a party. I have never ever before said, I've never said anything about Satan at a party. Okay. Y'all are missing Brittany, aren't you? Okay. So, are we crystal free? All right, fantastic. Okay, so this is step one, twice a week. This is our pore minimizer. So what we've done with step one is we've opened up our pores, we've taken off the dead skin, and now what we want to do with our step two, which is the pore minimizer, is you want to kind of calm your face down a little bit because it's been, you roughed it up a little bit. So you want to calm your face down, and then it's going to close these pores back. So you want to use step two, close your pores back up. And it's soothing, and it feels like silk, and it's amazing. This product you can use every day, twice a day, however much you want to. This product, twice a week. All right. All right. I think I'll just say my secret. Okay. How does that feel? You rub the back of your hand all on your face. Were you thinking baby buttocks when you felt that? You were, weren't you?
In my baby's arms.
Okay, so that is, we just took a break right there from the miracle set. Now we're going to go back to the miracle set. So, she's admiring your face. Okay, so the next step in the miracle set would be the day solution and the night solution. But you're only going to do one. And this is how you can tell. If it's sunny outside, if the sun is up, you're going to use the day solution. And if the sun has gone down, you're going to use the night solution. It's super easy. So I would say that you want to just do this on your face, you're gonna have to wash your face tonight anyway because you're gonna apply CC cream. So put the day solution on your face, and we're gonna do the night solution just on your neck, so you can get a feel for what it feels like. So the day solution has an SPF of 35, and this is super important because it's gonna protect you from the UVA and UVB rays that I think exist just to give us wrinkles. That's why they exist. And so if you put this on every day, you're going to be fighting against what they live for. And when you're 46, people are going to say, "You're 46, what?" Instead of when I say I'm 46 and they say, "Oh, okay." I didn't find Mary Kay soon enough. So this would be for you, and let me just tell you something else I do. Anything I put on my face, I treat 2 other parts of my body the exact same way. Where do we age the quickest? The back of our hands and our necks. Those are the 2. I would give you a ticket, Leslie, if I had them. All right, and also for Erica, because she was pointing at her neck very subtly. So don't look at my neck, girls. Look at other people's necks, okay? Okay, I had neck surgery, so it looks like a wrinkle. So stop looking at my neck. I'm gonna start wearing turtlenecks to my shows. So our neck ages the fastest, the back of our hands age the fastest. And yep. So if you're driving and the car gets sun on your hands, so I put sunscreen on the back of my hands every morning. I put it on my neck every morning also, and also my face. So just a little tip for you. I'm not gonna charge extra for that. Okay, and then go ahead and put the night solution on your neck so you can see what it feels like. So this is called Botox in a bottle because this is where the age-fighting part of the Time-Wise Miracle Set comes in. These 2 products are filled with antioxidants, and they're going to be fighting the free radicals that are in the air. This product in particular is so amazing. If you look at the little dots or the little beads that are in there, aren't they so cute? I mean, they're super sweet looking. I really do think they're adorable. Okay, so these beads are actually antioxidants in the form of vitamins A, C, and E. See it, ladies? And when you dispense it, what? What is she over there doing? She was supposed to come help me.
I did.
What are you doing?
I just said you can make a couple. I got it.
All right, Mama. If you want me to give you the car keys, you just sit there. All right. So when you dispense, the vitamins burst, and so they're super fresh when they go on your face. That makes you feel excited. Because when you go to bed at night, your face cream is working for you. Your serum is working for you over time. It's staying awake and it's fighting what the UVA and UVB rays try to kill. Okay, so this is the Botox in a bottle, and then your last step is going to be your moisturizer. Now, you may have noticed, ladies, that some of you had a creamier cleanser and some of you had a clear cleanser. Did you notice that? Well, it's not because I favored some of you more than I do others. It's because everybody has different skin types. So some of you have dry to normal skin, some of you have combination skin, some of you have oily skin. So we have 2 formulas that cover both of that in our Time-Wise Miracle Set. So this one that we're using tonight for Leslie is the normal to dry. And so you can go ahead and put the moisturizer all over your face, Leslie, and all of you other ladies that are participating. And like I said, I do my neck, I do the back of my hands. Anything I do to my face, I do to the back of my hands and my neck. And here is a misnomer that I bet some of you have heard and maybe even some of you believe. So tell me, who of you thinks that if you have oily skin, you shouldn't wear moisturizer? All right, thank you for being honest, Anna. That was really hard to say. Thank you for being honest about that. But I want to just tell you that that is absolutely a myth that people have believed. I know. And so actually what happens is if you have oily skin and you're not using moisturizer, then your skin is going to produce the bad oils because it has to have something to moisturize its face. And so it's going to produce bad oils. We don't want the bad oils. So we have a moisturizer for people with oily skin that has less oil in it. So it's not going to make you break out. It's not going to make your skin too oily or greasy. It's gonna be just the right formula for you. All right, so I'm talking about 2 minutes in the morning and 2 minutes at night. Who doesn't have 2 minutes to invest in their skin so that they, Nessie, so that they can have skin that's gonna go with them through their 80s, 90s, right? I mean, because basically that's what we're talking about. You buy an outfit today and you spend $100 on it, you're not gonna wear it next spring because it won't be trendy anymore, right? Well, maybe you will, but okay. But typically, say I bought a dress for seminar that was on sale, clearance for $50. I won't wear that dress again. Ugh, I spent $50 on it, and it was on clearance. But this is going to be something that I wear every single day for 4 months because it'll last me, a good 3 to 4 months. And then that's 2 minutes in the morning, 2 minutes at night. That's all you're doing, and it's really no time at all. A lot of people say, I just don't have time, or I'm tired. So my solution to that is after I wash my dishes, I go wash my face so that I won't feel like I'm exhausted, I don't feel like doing it, and I just go to bed. Because your face ages when you sleep in makeup. It ages, and I don't like that thought. So that is something I don't believe in. Okay, so we're gonna play a really quick game. And this is where I would do something like the Fabulous game. All right, and so I'm gonna give you this. Leslie, get your phone out. So, actually, okay, so wait, you can get your phone out, but did you drink that on the way over? It's her baby bottle. So actually what I do is I get them to put the primer on first, because the primer needs about 3 minutes to set before you put the CC cream on. Yeah. So if you want to go ahead and put your mask on, your lip mask on.
Yeah.
So that's going to basically do the same thing that microdermabrasion did to your face. It's just gonna exfoliate. Oh yeah, put it on your lips. It's gonna exfoliate your lips. And we're just gonna leave it on just the lips. We're not making a mustache, just the lips. So we're going to just leave it on for like a little bit. When I do it at home, I leave it on for 10 minutes. You can just leave it on for minutes. You're fine. I promise my turkey.
She's like 2 minutes.
Okay, and then wipe your hands off. Well, I meant on, okay. I meant on the rag, but that's okay. You're cool. You're good. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you were like my son. Wipe on your pants. All right, do you have primer? You don't have primer?
I ran out and forgot to
Oh,
put it
okay.
back in.
Okay. Would you run and check and see if there's any primer back there? I really believe that's primer.
I'm wearing it.
love
I love it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
All right, just see if there's any back there. Okay, so this is when I would play the Fabulous game while the primer is setting. The primer's supposed to set for like 2 to 3 minutes. If you didn't know that, you might want to know it for your own self. And so, okay, so we're gonna pretend the primer. So the way you're gonna apply the primer is you just need just like a pea-sized amount, and you're just gonna put it between your fingers, and then this is the area that you're really concentrating on, right? Your little T-zone, because this is the area where you're gonna need the most coverage, and then you put it there, and then work out. And the goal is to just let it sit on top of your skin. You're not trying to rub primer in. The goal is just have it kind of sit on top of your skin. And I want to show you, this is one of my favorite pictures of, I showed this to a class one time, and the class, the girl that was the hostess was a chemist. I had to know my stuff that day, ladies. Okay, I did not go without knowing what I was doing. So I showed this picture of the orange with primer on it, off of it, and primer on it, okay? This is one of the pictures that I have. So this is primer on, and it just fills in the pores, right? So the chemist gets up, goes and gets an orange, and says, "Show me." I was sweating because I'd never done it myself to an orange. I mean, I was just like, I saw it and believed it. So I put the primer on the orange, and then I put the CC cream on the orange, and it's fabulous. So that was pretty cool. So what the primer does is basically act like a primer that you would to the wall. If you're going to paint, you're going to prime the wall first. It's going to fill in any kind of little crevices or cracks or anything like that. You have any kind of of little blemish or anything like that. It's gonna smooth that over. And it makes your makeup set better. It'll make it stay better. So primer to me is like the bomb. I would not go without primer. I don't care what I have. I love that primer so much.
It feels so good.
It does. It feels like silk, and it's so inexpensive. And it's one of those things where I thought, they're trying to get me to spend more money. So I did research about it because I was just like, I don't know if I believe that. That's just another more money to spend, and it truly does work. So that is the primer, and then after it's set for 3 minutes, or you go ahead and take your mask off. We'll just, and after we do the fabulous game. So you get your phone out, and you're going to, in 90 seconds, see who can get the most names on the fabulous game. Okay, so that's how I would do that, and you can just do it later, Leslie, but what you're doing is giving a gift to Erica of your friends so that they can, first of all, have an opportunity to have a free facial, and you can just, Erica's gonna call and say, I gave an opportunity for Leslie to choose some friends that she thought would enjoy a free facial, and she chose you, and they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, that is so sweet of her. She's so thoughtful. And so that's the response I get almost every single time I say it. I've never had anybody say anything like, what? I don't want a free facial. So that's given us that opportunity. And then I give a prize, or maybe I give 5 tickets to the person that finishes first or whatever. I might give a little prize for my prize bag or whatever. So that's one game I do. Where are we on time? Okay, okay. All right. And then I have some other games. You can take your lip mask off if you'd like to. I have some other games that I do too. So, or actually, I only do 2 games. So I'm going to give y'all some options, and I'm going to list them on the website so you can have them. But this is one, the lipstick personality test. That's a pretty fun game. That would be like a good little opener, you know, just to get to know each other. So it's a person. So like my lipstick is slanted the way it comes, and I'm a rule follower apparently, and I abide by the rules. I'm a great follower. I can't read this because it does not like too much attention. That is actually a little inaccurate. Somewhat reserved, also not really. So that's wrong. We shouldn't play that game. But it's a fun little game, and they can see if it matches their personality or not. All right. And then another one that I saw that was really cute was the bingo game, where is it? The bingo game would be, you would have a bingo board for everybody, and it would be different. And so these say things like, uses Mary Kay Time-Wise products, expecting a child, loves chocolate, loves free products, loves shoes, has a cat, that kind of thing. And so whoever would win a little prize or whatever, and you would make different cards. That would be a fun opener if you have time. Usually I'm kind of trying to keep the party moving faster, so I don't play a ton of games. But games are fun, and so I do, especially if we have plenty of time, like to play a couple of games. And so this one game that I always play is I play a game. Have y'all heard of Mrs. Cab, right?
Mhm.
So is that where you're going in the purse and finding things, or no?
Mhm.
Yeah,
It is? Okay, so I do the same game, but I do it with the word dreams. So, and then I give them this dream sheet. This is where, so this page has 2 on there, so I would have it cut off, and it has their name on it. And I don't give this until after we play the game, obviously, because it has the different things. But D is drive a Mary Kay car. So I'm gonna say, get your purse, find something that starts with the letter D, find something that starts with the letter R, letter E, letter A, M, and S. So D is drive a Mary Kay car, R is rewards and recognition, E is enriching women's lives, A is advancement, M is money, and S is some other reasons. Okay, and then at the end of that, there's a little questionnaire. What impressed you the most? So this is me sharing a marketing opportunity. Okay, so I've already told you that I drive a Mary Kay car. The rewards and recognition is that we, like tonight when we first got here, they got really fabulous prizes, in the form of a gift certificate. Did you win them both?
Yeah.
In the form of a gift certificate because the prize closet's locked. Usually there's more directors than me. The prize closet was locked, so I couldn't give the prizes. But we have, okay, this was my last prize as queen, right? I like that prize a lot. So we have fun little prizes like that. Sometimes it'll be something associated with our business. Sometimes it'll be jewelry. And then at seminar, I'm going to be walking across the stage to get, I guess, a keychain and to be recognized as the new director. So that's kind of cool. Enriching Women's Lives, we talked about what we do for cancer research and for domestic violence. Those are two things that really affect women. And so we have opportunities to enrich women's lives by the foundations that we support. But we also do something really fun at Christmas. We take little cute fuzzy socks and some energizing leg lotion to, last Christmas it was 4 different nursing homes. And we just take them to the residents and we spend time with them and we just visit with them. We sing Christmas carols, we take our kids and they sing, and it's super fun. And then we do Operation Christmas Child every year about this time, where we're raising money and buying as many sunscreens and lip balms that have sunscreen in it, and we're taking them to the soldiers that are deploying. So that they're overseas, they're protecting us, and we're protecting them in the best way we know how, right? All right. Advancement is the A, and the way you advance in Mary Kay is you decide what you want to do and you do it. So if you want to be working as a hobby and you want this to be a part-time job for you, absolutely, that works. And you just decide how many hours you want to work and you do it. If you want this to be a part-time job and you want to have just some extra spending money through the week, or maybe you want to put your kids through private school and you don't have the money to do that, this can be a part-time job. You figure out however many parties you need to have a week, or that would be probably 1 to 2 parties a week maybe. And you could do that. Or if you're like me and you just really want to drive a free car and you want it to be a full-time job, then you could do more. Just decide how many parties a week you want to do, and you would do that. It's just completely up to you. There is nothing that says you have to do this, this, or this, because it's your business. And I like to say, we're in business for ourselves, but we're not by ourselves, because Mary Kay is so supportive the whole way. And then we have training every week, and we have other great opportunities like seminar and career conference and other ways that we can learn. So, and then there's money, which is not an evil thing. It's actually quite great. So I make 50% of every single thing I sell, and so anytime, if I sell something for $2, I get $1 of it. I paid $1 to the company for the product itself, and then I make $1 of it. So that's how I make the money from my sales. And then commission, I already mentioned I make 13% commission off of everything I do and everything my team does. So it depends on kind of where you are in the company in terms of if you're a consultant or if you're director, and how many people you have under you, what percentage, but 4, 9, 13% are the percentages. And then some other great reasons. I really have loved the friendships that I made with Mary Kay. I wouldn't say that I had been very shy before or anything. I have other friends, but there is just something that I would never have guessed about working with a group of women, that we all have a common goal and we get this thing that nobody else gets. There's just something cool about that. And it's kind of unifying in a way that I wouldn't have guessed. So I kind of went into it, and there goes my phone and my books. So I kind of went into this with the thought of, I don't need more friends. I have too many people that I don't have time to spend with right now. But it's not like that. It's pretty awesome. So that's been a really cool thing for me. So, side note, last week, I don't know if I just didn't get enough sleep or what happened, but I could not remember what any of that stood for. I wish I was kidding, but I could not. And so D was dollar. D stands for dollars. And we make money in Mary Kay. I was totally winging it. And R, so I don't remember what R was, but E, I said E is, my next car is going to be an Equinox. Because we get to choose the car path that we want to go on. And right now I'm driving a Chevy Cruze, which I really have loved, but I would really like to move up to an Equinox. And so that is what I'm working for. And so we get to choose that group. I was awesome. I had no idea. But so I just made up the whole entire thing. So, and while I was doing it, I was panicking because I knew the last one was other reasons. And I thought, I've got the wrong word that I'm making up things to altogether because it should end in an O. What is the word that ends in O? I mean, like my brain was gone. I had the paper in here and forgot that it was here. So that is all to say that you really can't mess up too much. If you're out here and you're having fun and you are enjoying yourself and, you know, you're trying to if you have your products with you or a friend brought their products, you're good. Okay. So don't sweat it if you mess up. One time, like I told you the time before last, I forgot the book and I brought the wrong book, so I had to wing it. I mean, you know, it's just like, it's all right. It's all good. You'll be fine. Just go with it. Make up stuff. Don't make up bad. Don't make up bad stuff. And don't. Okay, so that's one party. There was another one, and I will put it up there that I thought was really fun. That was kind of an opener party that I can't find right this second, but I'll find it and put it on the page. And then the other party opportunity, instead of playing the fabulous game, if you want to do something shorter, you could do the game where they can earn the product. I think I actually have that one, where they can earn the product. So they put in a referral. So I think it's like 9 referrals that they're giving you. They put in a referral to a name for each product that you're listing. And when you call and book that customer and they actually have a facial with you, then you would give, so like one square is a mascara. So you would give Leslie a mascara because that customer booked, her referral booked off of her. Does that make sense? Have y'all seen those?
Mm-hmm.
I'll put that on the page too. So I thought I had printed all that out, but I didn't. So that's another fun game that you can play. And then you're going to be doing the close after she's done. No, she's doing makeup, right? So you're going to do CC cream next. You're going to do a color race. I always do at the first party. I always make that a race because it can get really slow. People can get very precise. I give them, like, the first person to get their whole color card on and hold your wand up, you're ready for mascara. That person wins 5 tickets, is what I normally say. So that way, that'll be a race for them to get finished and they'll be done with it sooner. And while they are doing that, I'll kind of talk a little bit about the other skincare options that we have, just so that they'll know they're there. And then I'm going to do, I've already done the marketing while they were waiting for the skincare to set, right? I did the dream sheet. That was the marketing while they were waiting for the primer to set. And then I would talk about the roll-up bag. I would say, okay, so there's 3 ways that you can go home with product tonight. The first is you can pay me full price for your product. The second is you could book a party and earn your product for free, like Leslie or Erica did tonight. And the third is my favorite, and that is you become a consultant and you get all your products for 50% off for as long as you're a consultant. So I'm going to tell you just a little bit about what that would entail, because I've already told you some, and then I would just go over the bag, what comes in the bag. So we have that little bag over there, and I would romance the bag. I would have the bag on my shoulder, and I would be saying, this cute little Chanel-inspired bag comes, and it comes with all the things that you would need to do what we did tonight. A skincare class. You would have DVDs in there that's going to train you about how to do it, and you're going to have, like, full-size products with the combination and the dry skin, and it's gonna have the mascara remover, it's gonna have every single thing you need with some samples and some mirrors and all those little things that you're gonna need for catalogs. And that is $100. It's $400, now it's like $457, I think, worth of product. What? It's not?
No, just like files or something.
Yeah. Now it's $457 worth of product, but you get for $100. And what
Wasn't they add?
did they add? It may not have been that they added, it may have been that the products went up. I don't know that. This one's old.
The foundations.
The foundations, oh yeah, that's right, that's what it is. The foundations, they went from the medium coverage to the illuminating, and they're more expensive. So I think that's part of what it was. So that's just $100, and so I would have some consultant agreements ready, and I would just say, I'm gonna put these in the middle of the table. If any of you are interested in that, you can bring your consultant agreement with me, take one, and then we're gonna be meeting right over there on the couch. And because I would like to get your individual opinion on what you think about the products tonight, and also, you know, makeup and money are kind of private things, so I'd like to talk to you privately about that. So then that would be the way I would kind of close it out, is to tell them those 3 options, and also the roll-up bag. If they want to spend the money, I give them the ways that they can, with the roll-up bag list of ways that they can do that, and then I leave those on the table for them to look at. And I'll say, okay, I'm going to meet with each one of you individually. Liz, do you want to go first? Or is there any of you that need to rush out, or anybody in a hurry? If not, Liz can go first. And then I'll meet with Liz and talk with her, and I'll ask her some questions like, tell me how your skin feels, you know. If you had my credit card tonight, what would you get? What would you be wanting to get? If you didn't have to worry about the money aspect of it, what would you wish you had? So typically that's every single thing you tried. I mean, and so I have a price. Okay, so if you got every single thing we used tonight, that's gonna be X amount, and I'm gonna give you a free roll-up bag to go with it. So I have that amount in my head, and that's gonna, and I'll say it's gonna be a savings of this much money, because you're gonna be getting deals because you're getting it all at one time. I sell roll-up bags filled with the products that I do. So I go with a roll-up bag that has every single thing that I use. I'll go with one of them at least, because I will sell one roll-up bag sometimes, not every single time. And the other way that I do that, and this is going to be a call on your part based on who your customer is, but I will tell them that they can split their payment up in 2 payments. Do y'all ever do that? Okay. So I would have I get everything I've paid up front. So I'm gonna get my 50% that I've already paid and the tax that I paid up front. And so in case something falls through, I'm losing my portion of it. I'm not losing what I put into it, right? So if you feel like you're comfortable enough and you can trust people, I almost always offer that if they're buying a skincare set, just because it can be expensive. A lot of times people say, no, that's fine, I'll just go ahead and do it. But sometimes they will write me a post-dated check, and sometimes they'll give me a credit card. And I'll just tell them what I'm going to do is I'm going to text you the day that I'm going to run it and make sure it's still good. You know, it's still okay to run it, because sometimes events come up. And if that's not something you can do, just don't offer it. But I found that more people are willing to invest in their skincare if they know that they can split it up. All right, what questions do y'all have? You can go ahead and put CC cream on if you want to. All right, Genesis.
For facials, do you play any games at those? I typically don't, but if you do, do you have any tips for that?
You know, when I'm doing you're talking about like a one-on-one?
Or just 2 people, or one-on-one?
So that's your personal preference. For me, I think that's a more intimate setting. So when I'm doing a one-on-one or 2-on-1 facial, I try to make it more personable and just kind of ask them questions about themselves and try to get to know them as a person. And I downplay all of that. I don't stand up. I sit. I will still use the book, but I I'll just, in fact, I don't even give all the facts that I give. I will just kind of pick and choose what facts I'm gonna do, and I just kind of open it up while I'm sitting there talking to them and just kind of flip through. I have several of these books myself, but I just get, when I have a skincare class, I pass it out and let them look at it while I'm talking. And the reason I love that is because it has the, in a bag back here somewhere, it has not the whole lookbook, but it has colors for lips and eyes, which people typically want to know, but I don't have to get the lookbook out. And then it has party options. So if they're thinking about doing a party and they see different, oh, we could have a spa day. That would be really fun. We should do that. We should have a mother-daughter thing, you know. And then this page is supposed to be, I took it out for some reason, but this page is the packages. So the different packages that I have offered. And so that they can look through that. They all have, or I have like 5 of these books made up, so they can look through their own book and decide what they want to do. And so by the time they come to me to meet with me personally, they've kind of figured out a lot.
And is that book something that you have done yourself?
Yes, I got it.
So I haven't seen.
Yeah, I got this book from another director that I just really liked the idea of it, and so, but I also have the flip charts that I'm still trying to decide if I want to incorporate. And that goes back to what I was saying. So if you haven't got something that you're comfortable with, you might want to look at the flip chart. Because I was doing this for so long, I'm like really comfortable with this, and this makes me feel happy. But the flip chart's awesome, and it's got everything there. So if you're new to parties and you're not really, you know, you might really want to look into the flip chart. I didn't bring it with me tonight, but you do? You might want to grab that. Has everybody seen the flip chart?
Where can you get it again?
You can get it made at Office Depot. So, all right, what else? Other questions?
My only other question was, like, I know that you were very cynical about Mary Kay, and you were one was like, you know, just didn't like it, was very negative about it, you know, like a critical person about it. What was that changing thing that made you change your mind, become a director, and really go full force at it?
Okay, so first tell me how did I get in your mind that I was cynical about it?
Well, you said you thought the pyramid scheme, and Brittany was like, you were just like, not going Mary Kay and all of that. So like, what made you change your mind?
Okay, so what made me change my mind was information. I found out the things that I was wrong about. So I am just the kind of person, I want to be educated about things. I want to know stuff. And so I want people to be completely upfront with me. And so if I have a guest coming to a party, I am completely upfront. This is what's going to happen. This is what you're going to. And so I think that was probably part of it. I kind of didn't know what I was coming to. I didn't know I was coming to a Mary Kay party for one thing. And so that made me really uncomfortable, that I thought I was coming to a salon to get a microdermabrasion treatment. And I found out I'm coming to a Mary Kay party. I'm like, what? But I got here, and again, the products sold me. The products totally sold me. So whereas I came in going fuming about, I got tricked, the product won me over. So I would say that, and then just information about what I was wrong about. Finding out it was dual marketing, finding out that it wasn't a pyramid, you know, that kind of thing. And the fact that Mary Kay's been away around 53 years is huge. It's huge.
I used Mary Kay years ago, and I quit using it because it was heavy feeling to me. And when she told me what she was doing, I thought, oh Lord, how am I going to get around this? Because I don't like the feeling of it, you know? And finally I just said, Lori, if that's what you were doing, that's great. But I don't think, she said, Mama, it's different now. And it really is.
Yeah, I say, it ain't your grandma's Mary Kay. All right, does anybody else have a question? Everybody say, bye, Google World. Bye, Google World.
How do we stop
No, you're good.